Hello everyone, welcome back, hope we're all having a wonderful day and we're all doing well. So in Rainbow Six Siege, Sam Fisher is one of the most unique characters in the game, and that is due to the fact that he was not originally made for Rainbow Six Siege. He is an already existing character which existed before this game's creation. And for those of you who do not know, he is the protagonist of the Splinter Cell series, another Tom Clancy franchise, which is in the same universe as Rainbow Six Siege. Now, whether or not the original Splinter Cell games are in this universe, or the remakes which they are making soon, and it did say there's going to be some changes in those remakes. We don't know if it's the originals or the remakes which is part of the Rainbow Six Siege universe. I have a feeling that maybe they'll make the remakes part of the Siege universe, but until we learn more about what they're doing with the Splinter Cell remake, this is just a theory and that is a discussion for another time. So as far as we are aware, this is the same version of Sam Fisher from the original Splinter Cell games. So I thought it'd be quite a fun video to take a look at Sam Fisher and his time in Team Rainbow from start to where we currently are in Operation Dread Factor. Now I know there'll be some people watching this video who are only interested in Sam and aren't really interested in Rainbow Six Siege, but if you would like to get caught up with Rainbow Six Siege lore, I have an entire video which explains it from the start to where we currently are. But this video is only going to be focusing on the parts with Sam Fisher, so without further ado, let's get into this. So Sam Fisher joined Rainbow Six Siege in 2020 in a season known as Operation Shadow Legacy, and we were first introduced to Sam Fisher in the game with this teaser trailer.
You should know better than to write me off. Consider this a teaching moment.
We would also learn that he actually ended up in Rainbow since he was being hunted from an unknown enemy, and to give Sam Fisher cover and protection, he was enlisted in Team Rainbow and given the alias Zero. This is when director of Rainbow at the time, Harry Pandey, decided to put Sam to use and made him the first member of the Rainbow operations staff. This would put Sam above all of the other operators and would make him an instructor for all of the operators. However, we do learn that Sam Fisher is getting quite old, and to help keep up, he would use the nanobots from Finka to help counteract his aging body. And when the season launched, Ubisoft released this animation showing Sam Fisher training the operators. And as well as this, we'd go on to learn that Sam actually worked with Finka's father when she was just a child.
Lyra, how's that stuff work on arthritis?
The nanobots should help, but you'll pay for it tomorrow.
That sounds fair to me.
Harry says you're here to whip us into shape. That true?
Let's find out.
Move out, people!
Oryx! What's your sit rep, damn it? Mierda!
How did the first lesson go?
You might want to call a medic.
R&D has set up the facilities you requested. Same time tomorrow?
That's the deal.
Splendid. Anything else I can do for you, Sam?
Yeah. Call me Zero.
Now from this point forward, Sam would remain the only member of the Rainbow operations staff and continue to train the operators as well as new recruits. As well as this, Harry would be hosting the Tournament of Champions for 2021. This was a public training exercise for Team Rainbow, and this whole exercise itself would gain a lot of criticism and would be one of the reasons why Deimos, the villain we will learn in the future, was heavily against Harry being the director of Rainbow. But here it does show us that Sam is not only a great teacher physically, he can also mentally connect to the operators and isn't just a mentor when it comes to physical training. We get our first sort of glimpse of this when he interviews Team Vigil.
That was your last chance to turn this thing around. Team Vigil is out. We'll talk about it.
We did our best. Team Ash did better.
You were the last man standing. You took out 4 of the 5 attackers by yourself.
And a third my charge brought an end to that.
Are you taking this seriously, Vigil?
About as seriously as a game of cops and robbers.
You sure that's enough?
If I played like it wasn't a sim, there'd be a lot of blood on my hands. Figure we don't need that kind of red tape.
I know it's only a game, but it's as close to real as we can make it. Maybe you can improve your suspension of disbelief a little bit next season.
Be careful what you wish for.
Why's that?
Improving my suspension of disbelief might result in Muzzy being sent back to Australia in a box.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I rest my case.
Then, the next big cinematic we get is the finals of this Tournament of Champions, and we get to see Sam Fisher basically being the right-hand man to Harry in his booth. This shows that Sam is clearly trusted by Harry, and he's one of the most influential figures on the team. And we get to hear Sam Fisher's input on all of this stuff, especially the drama which ensues between Ash and Callie, which eventually evolves into Nighthaven and Rainbow breaking up.
Operators, get ready for the final round. Match in overtime.
Team the game. Are you a betting man, Harry?
You assume I favor one side over the other. You know me better than that, Sam. Besides, I left my wallet at home.
Attackers, prepare for insertion. Team mirror to the map. Team Ash has breached the map.
Joker, now.
Roger. Let's go fishing.
Good to go, Jordan.
Copy that.
Three attackers remaining.
Callie, I need cover! We're pinned down, Callie! Get us out of Callie! What the heck is he going?
Giving them a clear target.
Come out and play.
Only two attackers remain. Two defenders remain on the map. Team Ash wins.
Something tells me that didn't come out of the playbook.
Not in our playbook, anyway. Something tells me this fight ain't over.
To be able to react quickly, you must remove unnecessary variables from the equation. Emotion for one, as well as the fear of consequences. Good reaction time and
Instinct can't be bought.
that won't stop me from trying.
I don't know how you do things in the private sector, but we do not use people as bait here.
This is a game, princess. And I just want it for you.
Keep her back! Steady now. Are you off the knock? Back off! Come on, man!
Now after this point, we won't hear from Sam for a good few months. Pretty much not until the next Tournament of Champions a year later. This is where he'll conduct 4 separate interviews with all 4 of the operators we got in the year since. For Flores, Thunderbird, Osa, and Thorn. And the most important one for these is the one for Osa, because Sam actually catches Osa breaking in, or attempting to break in, into Rainbow's R&D unit. This is because, if you know in the grand scheme of Siege lore, Nighthaven, the private military organization working with Rainbow, were planning on breaking ties with Rainbow, but as well as this, taking some operators with them. So here are these 4 interviews.
That doesn't smell half bad. What's cooking?
It's called perico, meaning parrot.
You're cooking a parrot.
No. It's a Latin dish. Scrambled eggs, tomatoes, green onions, same colors as the bird. Mama always liked to add a little kick. You want some?
Thanks, but I'm more of a meat and potatoes guy.
You need to expand your horizons. You might like what you try.
Speaking of expanding horizons, how's your new assignment? It must be a big change from knocking off villas in Long Beach.
Well, it's not so different, to be honest. I get in, I get the job done, then I get out.
You're not worried that approach might be a little too simple against Nomad's team?
Sometimes a plan falls through and you have to get creative, but you need to stay sharp. That's why I came down here. Cooking keeps my hands busy and my mind focused.
Well, they do say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Everything is possible on a full stomach. Why are you here, by the way? I thought Harry asked all the questions.
This is off the books, Flores. I know you've been gathering intel on Cali for Ash.
Me? The lowly cook? You want me?
Do me a favor. Over the next few days, I need you to tell me if Nighthaven does anything out of the ordinary.
Like what?
Trust your instincts. You'll know it when you see it.
If you say so, Jefe.
Okay. I changed my mind. I'll have some of that parrot.
Eso.
Thought I might find you here.
Well, you got a busted chopper collecting dust out here. You better believe you'd know where to find me. Hand me that torque wrench, would you?
That was one hell of a match. You've come a long way since you joined.
I honestly wasn't sure what to expect when I came here. But that was... awesome.
Care to elaborate?
Until today, my favorite sound in the world was a chopper engine firing up. The moan and groan of the blades catching momentum. But my team's voices, cutting through the chaos to coordinate and help each other, that was something else.
I guess we're not used to relying on someone else to get the job done, eh? You're never too old to learn new tricks. Take my word for it.
You said it. I'm used to flying solo, you know? It's been a learning experience. I have Nook to thank for bringing me up to speed.
You must have made an impression on her. She's not usually so forthcoming.
It's strange, but I feel like we understand each other. Forgiveness and healing come more easily when you drop the pretense and pleasantries. That stunt in the hangar prepared me for this tournament.
So you're saying you trust her on the field?
With my life.
Good. Trust in your comrades. I'll help you face what comes next. Lose something?
This guy. You shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
Sorry. Old habits.
Bad habits should be broken, regardless of their age.
That's some keen philosophy. Nighthaven sure knows how to pick 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Taking an evening stroll through R&D, I see?
What? Oh, yes, just reviewing the standard equipment. Knowing your gear is half the battle.
So your team's ready for the next match?
Can't say I speak for everyone. Kali's the captain, not me.
Okay. What about you, then?
Normally, we train to counter insurgent groups that can barely hold an AK. Fighting teams of highly trained specialists, it's hard to calculate the outcome. So no, I'm not ready.
But the final match is tomorrow. Caveira's team won't make it easy.
I know. Hence the stroll to Mira's lab. I'm compiling data. I said calculating the outcome was hard, not impossible. I'll be ready tomorrow.
I can see why Cali values you. You never let the cracks show.
What cracks? You know my stuff is bulletproof.
I was asked here to aid in the simulation, to observe and report. You want to know what I see in you?
Go ahead.
You're a good soldier, but a lousy liar. And if Callie thinks that she can go...
Stop. You don't know us. Say what you want about me, but if you insult her, you'll be observing and reporting my foot up your ass.
Yep. You'll be ready. Get some sleep, kid. You'll need it. Why don't you try lifting the heavy ones?
Spare me the ball busting, Fisher. I'm not in the mood. Don't know if you noticed, but we're losing.
You could easily turn it around. What's stopping you?
I'm not giving up. I'm just... recalibrating.
Winding up won't do you much good. Maybe you need to relax a bit before getting back out there.
This is me relaxing.
You look like you want to rip the roof off a truck.
I just might. Listen, thanks for checking in, but I'd really like to be left alone right now.
I'll be quick. With the changes ahead, I wanted to get your read on Ella and Sophia.
The sisters, yeah? What about them?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the first half felt like it was personal to them.
Trust me, when it comes to siblings, it's always personal.
So you think this is normal?
Yeah, about as normal as throwing 10 of the world's most highly trained soldiers into a pissing contest.
Top brass prefers to think of it as a heightened combat simulation. But I get your point.
Look, I'll say this. I've been training with Sophia. She's focused, serious. This isn't a game to her.
And Ella?
She's not on my team. But I can assume the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What's it to you?
Probably nothing.
Great. I'll get back to it then. Oh, steer clear of the weights. Wouldn't want you to pull something.
Never change, skin.
The next piece of lore we got after this interview was the Sisters in Arms cinematic. This was a change of pace since the previous 2 years we got the Contest of Champions. This showed us that Ubisoft are now going down a different route with the story, because although we do see the Contest of Champions 2022 in the cinematic, that isn't the main focal point. Rather, Nighthaven have departed from Team Rainbow and some operators have left with them. And not only does this cinematic show Ella and Sophia's relationship, and Ella being the one leaving for Nighthaven, they also represent both Rainbow and Nighthaven as well. And in this cinematic at the end, you do get to see Sam Fisher standing with the Rainbow operatives as they watch their fellow teammates leave for the last time. So now Rainbow and Nighthaven are no longer working together, multiple Rainbow operatives have left Team Rainbow, but Sam is still there and he is still part of the Rainbow operations staff. It's around this point as well Harry would start to restructure Team Rainbow and separate them into 4 separate squads. And we do learn that Sam had an input on this as well, and Sam would enter the ghosteyes squad, which is led by Kaze, and now he would start to get his hands a bit more dirty and work as an operative for her. I know many people are probably asking why isn't Sam the leader of this squad, and it seems like he chose not to be the leader. He trusts Kaze, and as we will learn, he still does get an input. It isn't just the squad leader making the decisions. So at this point, Sam has been with Rainbow for many years. Rainbow has been restructured and Sam is now part of the ghosteyes squad working underneath Captain Kaze, and it's at this point we'll finally get to see him in the field rather than just being an instructor for the operators. I'm not going to get deep into the reason of why ghosteyes went on this operation because you can go watch my entire lore video for that. There's so much I have to preface before I explain why ghosteyes are doing this operation, so go watch that video if you don't know what the entire lore is. But just know that the ghosteyes squad have to sneak onto Nighthaven's base to retrieve a data key. And in this we get a cinematic where we see Nook, one of the ghosteyes members, and an operator who works very similar to how Sam Fisher does, getting her hands dirty and having a tussle with the Nighthaven operative Grim. And it's at the end of this animation we see her getting extracted by none other than Sam Fisher.
Was hit hard. He'll live. Server room, identify perimeter breach. Over. Withdraw your men. Say again, Grim. I'm going in. impossible. Didn't think you spooked this easy.
Micro recon drones. Cute.
You forgot this. Is that a key or your jugular?
You were saying?
What was on that server? QCR shipment records. Question is, who wants eyes on it? And why?
After the successful operation and us finally seeing Sam back on the field, the next time we'll see Sam is at the end of 2022 in the comic book for Operation Solar Raid, where we get a new operative joining the ghosteyes squad, Solace, and Sam, being led by Caveira, joined by many ghosteyes operative, go on a secret mission known as Operation R&D. I'm not going to read the whole comic book here, I read it on a video. If you'd like to check that video, I'll have it linked. As well as that, you can find this comic book for free on Ubisoft's website, linked in the description. It's only a few pages long and it's pretty enjoyable. And up until this point, that is the latest we have seen of Sam Fisher. Not long after we got this comic book, a joint operation between ghosteyes and the redhammer squad to extract stolen nighthaven gear will enact. We go on to learn that this gear was a bait by a brand new villain known as Deimos, who was sitting in the background and pulling a lot of strings between Nighthaven and Rainbow. He injures 5 operators, one of them being the leader of the ghosteyes squad, Caveira, and as well as this, he kills the director of Team Rainbow, Harry Pandey. So up until this point, we are yet to learn where Sam's story is going to go. Does he know who Deimos was? Was he the person which he was running from at the very beginning? I made a theory video saying that maybe Deimos was the person that put Sam into hiding. And will Sam Fisher be the next director of Team Rainbow? Who knows? We're going to have to wait to find out. I hope Ubisoft don't do a Hulk situation where you have a very strong character, but you nerf them so your other main characters can fight the strong villain. I want to see Sam Fisher's reaction to Harry's death, to Deimos, and I want to see him take Deimos in a 1v1. So a lot of this video was quite scattered around, and there was a lot of key points missing because I was only focusing on the Sam Fisher parts, so I do highly recommend checking out my full lore video, which will help fill in those pieces and understand why operators are doing certain things and why certain relationships are the way they are. But be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you like to see more of Sam Fisher in Rainbow Six Siege lore? I know I definitely do. So be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy, dislike it if you did not, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you later. I love you all, stay safe, peace.